Shit.
All I'm saying is that I have the high variance die here, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Forgot that one of the dice you got was it's the koi one, right?
Yeah, this was your fuckers. This is your fault.
That's fine. Bro,
This was in the gift. It was in the box.
It's fine, dude. I thought it was a
That's
regular one
implicit
until...
permission. That's the social contract at work.
when
Alright.
it came in, I saw it and I was like, wait. And I didn't think of it until I gave it to you, looked at it again, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, look what you've done. So we're gonna be rolling nat 3s and nat. Okay, come on, guys.
There's ones on there.
Yeah, there's
There better
equal
be.
amount of 1s and 20s. It's not a nat 20 die. It's a
No.
really good, really bad die.
Yeah, no, what is it? If I remember correctly, they said that like the way that they set it up, it
Yeah,
still has the same average, but you can still, but it's just a higher chance of 1s and 20s.
Yep. And higher chances of things around than like 2s and 19s and such.
Yeah.
It essentially just misses the center entirely. Like, I don't even think
Pretty
there's a...
much.
Yeah, 5 and 16 are the two closest numbers to the center.
I can't find these things in the stack.
How's Ryan late? He was here.
He was getting food, I think.
Call him. Tell him he's slow.
He was also getting held up in a WoW raid that took longer than expected.
Get him.
I'm not with
Is
him.
M even at his house?
No.
No, but
Call him.
but.
Weird. There.
Your camera's on. If I have my camera on mix, you have to have your camera on.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn it on. I'm just doing something. Give me 1 second. I'm almost ready.
Jacking off in front of the camera.
Absolutely.
What? Huh?
Jesus Christ.
What? No.
Rude mix. Oh, there's Daniel. Nick, I hope you know, I'm going to randomly say your name and say that your character walks in, and you're going to have to make up a character that fits the situation. Okay? Gonna take that as a good. He knows.
Dana, are you in the Shadow Realm?
Yes.
What happened?
Dana's in the Shadowfell.
Oh shit. Make a wrong turn, man. Oh.
What?
Anyways, I was gaming.
In the Gillette, in the
Get your
Gillette fusion.
cameras on. We about to begin. Include you, Eb.
We got a roll 20 for this or not?
No,
No.
we don't.
Getting closer.
I'll regret this decision
No.
and make one in the second session, but session
Still.
1, we're sticking to it.
Yeah, if there's combat, you're gonna want. You're gonna want.
Combat for
With
losers!
this many people.
What's the worst that can happen? I have paper.
Use roll 20 instead of
Everything
Owlbear
goes
Rodeo.
wrong.
It'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? Combat's only happen in 2D. Alright.
I can fly.
You'll get your cameras on.
I can too, if I say it.
If you just say fly.
Yeah, that's how
I
it
will.
works.
I will
Yeah.
turn my camera on as soon as I'm done eating.
Okay. Alrighty, everyone has Spotify here, or is this going to be an issue we have to solve?
I have Spotify.
Yeah.
I am
But-
Spotify.
Spoof.
Does anyone not?
The bigger question, I think, is like, do people not have premium? That's the bigger question.
I do, and I don't use it.
Well, good news. Campaign music will be then used through Spotify. Just right-click my name and put the listen in button.
Also, for those who don't have Spotify Premium, Cullen, you can just stream Spotify from your computer, and people can tune into Cullen's stream.
Sure. But I will only do that if people don't have Spotify Premium.
I will never spend money on Spotify.
There you are. And that's the issue.
So, Cullen, that's a yes. You're gonna need to stream Spotify.
Megs, you're gonna be. Oh, I need to use that for other shit. So.
What the?
You can just stream the application and then minimize it, and it'll still play the sound.
Oh, will it?
It should.
It should. You might just need to interact with it every once in a while.
Is that good? Is it working?
Oh. We're on the shitbox computer.
Not working, Cullen.
It's not working?
Oh, which computer?
If I listen along with you, I can stream, and people should be able to hear it because I have an extra monitor.
Okay. Wait for Ryan to do that, and we will. So many tabs.
I mean, you're a teacher.
Alright, can people hear?
Yeah.
You got it, Ryan? Is it
Yeah.
up?
Can
Okay.
people
Yeah.
hear?
Okay. Megs, are you ready, or are you still doing gay stuff with Sarah?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Everyone ready then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, welcome to new campaign. No campaign, many people. And we begin our tale with a battle. Two swords clash under the darkened sky. Ash falls from above. As they clash, sparks rend from between the swords. You notice these two individuals. One's tall with blackened armor. His sword, oddly, is bright and golden with radiance coming from it. You can feel the heat. You can feel the almost sickening feeling you get from it, and from him. From below us, a smaller woman, drow, darkened gray skin. Her sword is dark, black, almost like onyx or volcanic glass. Every time it gets near to the other sword, it sucks it in, making a louder bang and louder sparks still. You see on the hilt something spinning, black, at a speed that feels impossible. This battle has been going on for a long time, you can tell. Every slash, every clash their swords make, every step they take, the ground moves and rents, pits form, and lava cracks from underneath the But with a final blow, the bright sword breaks, and the dark sword meets through the armor of the large foe. With this, he's rent in two. You see his body crumple into almost nothing. And you see his spirit fade. You see the woman who had won this battle, sword up, waiting as she breathes a sigh of relief. A sigh of relief that looks very similar to a statue you see as you walk into the city of Ravelon. Beneath it, it says on a... Who left?
I stopped streaming because Spotify is being stupid.
Okay, cool. So...
I'm trying to put it back up.
As you walk into the city of Ravelon, Some of you walking in early in the day, coming maybe for the reason that many of you are here, which is a festival to celebrate the 1000th anniversary of the battle just spoken. 1000th anniversary of the fall of the Nameless One and the freeing of many realms in Weyril. Some of you, again, are coming early in the day, some of you at night, before the... What's up?
Echo.
Okay. Some of you are coming early in the day, some of you come later at night, but all of you, when you come in, you see a festival being set up, games being played, food being eaten. As you walked past the statue of Ravenus, the now god of fate, you have a choice to make. What game shall you play? Let's start with... Well, there are 8 people here. 7. Leo, please introduce your character and tell us, what game would you play at a festival? What booth would you visit?
You, regardless of her stature, you wouldn't notice her at first. Kind of hunched over, slouching almost to kind of meet the level of everybody else's kind of heads through the crowd. A slender owlin woman, covered in a cloak of leaves, is almost walking hip attached to a more ostentatious gentleman, but points over to a booth that seems to have like a cork gun shooting range, and kind of like pulls up and attempts to knock down a couple targets and earn whatever prize she can.
As you get up to the booth, you notice that there are several other stations for people to target. As you go up, you see someone standing behind the booth, and they ask you, "So, one copper to play."
Sure, here, 5 tries, please.
All right. And he gives you a cork gun and 5 little corks that you can use. As you go to pick up your gun and aim, you look around and you see another individual. Dana, please introduce your character.
Certainly. You see a of average height man wearing a poncho wrapped around him, obscuring most of his form. He also wears a bandana around over his nose, obscuring the bottom half of his face. And he wears a rodeo hat. Most of his outfit is comprised of black, silver, and reds. And I have a little image I would like to share with the class, if that's all right. Put this in player journal. This is what has a just of his face. And this is a little preview of what he looks like. He carries with him a number of weapons, but most notably a rifle.
Leo, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 19.
19. You see this rifle along the back of this person shooting next to you, or getting ready to shoot. Please, what does this rifle look like?
Why, so glad you asked. The rifle is made of wood and metal. It sports a scope, and it looks as though it was made for distance. The metal gleam on it reflects in a sort of a rusty iron, and the wood of it seems to be some sort of dark red tree. I didn't really think this one for the weapon.
You notice this as you get ready to shoot, both of you at the same time. As this is a game, please, I would like you both to make an attack roll with this weapon. You should use dexterity. If you have proficiency in firearms, you may add that. Otherwise, you just roll plus your dexterity modifier.
If I have the archery fighting style, would I add +2 to that as well?
No. Wait,
It's for ranged attacks. Yeah, it's for ranged. Okay.
Ellen, you son of a bitch! I used your die. That's just 10.
That's a 12. Not much
12.
better, but
You both knock off one of the little targets, and you have another shot. As you guys are shooting, and you would like you to roll again, please. Rem, your character notices a couple people getting ready to shoot at one of your games. Please introduce your character, or please describe your character as you watch this thing happen.
Yeah, so you see a extremely tall furball, almost 8 feet tall, in a bright red velvet suit with like gold trimming and jewelry everywhere. She's got like a big top hat on, and even though she's already tall, like she's wearing like these really like matching heeled boots that up her height a little bit more. And yeah, there's an image of her. Or actually, sorry, there's an image of them. Their gender completely indeterminate. You have no idea. And
That's a synopsis of the campaign.
And yeah,
So, yeah.
lots of very, very fancy makeup. All their getup is just extremely ostentatious and reflects all the light around them because everything is very shiny.
So, my two shooters, have you rolled?
let me roll. Okay.
What'd you roll?
21.
16.
16. Although you'd seen the person nearby with a long rifle, looks like they had experience shooting, you outshoot them. Seems your skill is better than theirs. You swell with a sense of pride, especially as the person running the game says, winner! As a target falls. You get a small little stuffed owl bear.
I tuck it under my arm, kind of giddily turn to the gentleman and kind of like outstretched arms kind of show it to him.
Dana, someone's turned towards your character, someone who just beaten you at a game of shooting, which honestly you should be winning, to be honest, but they're showing their prize to you.
Congratulations. Hard earned.
You're quite skilled yourself. I'm glad I was able to eke out a win here.
His eyes sort of dart around as though he's distracted.
What's your passive perception?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a 15.
It's a 15. You notice a furball in a top hat, watching who had just watched your game.
I secure my bandana around my face and pretend not to notice.
Good. The next booth over, containing Ryan's character. What would you be playing?
Oh man, one of those little fishing games. You know the games I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll saunter on up. Be like, oh man, you got one of the little, right?
Yeah, this is a fishing game. Would you like to play?
That's wicked. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's gonna be one copper piece.
Oh, yeah. And he'll reach in and just toss him a gold.
Grab your character
Yeah,
as you
man.
reach into your bag and pick out a gold piece.
Those in the booth next to him, you get a whiff of something a little skunky. And as you look over, you see about a 5'9". He almost looks half elf, but some of the features don't match up. His hair kind of like smolders a little bit, and his eyes are glowing red. And he's just wearing kind of like casual, not necessarily raggedy, but a little beat up, adventuring clothes. He's got a staff and a bag on, and you see he's got a couple of pouches like strewn about. But he goes, yeah, man, that would be awesome. With a fish.
All right, you got 100 tries.
Oh, that's a lot of tries, man. You keep count for me. And he's just gonna do his thing. He start fishing.
Rem, your character, noticing all things happening at this festival, notice this man toss a whole gold piece in for the fishing game.
Yeah. She's not really saying anything right now.
Anyone else like fishing? As such, we move on to another booth where we see a creature unlike any other. M, introduce your character and tell us, or not introduce, describe your character and tell us, what booth would they be at?
So she would definitely be at one of the Coke bottle, like throw the ring ones. And she looks like if a bug were also a person. I'm gonna send it so it kind of makes sense. She's a mantis mixed with an elf, basically. And she looks out of this fucking world. And she moves her fingers around and makes it look like the ring is already on the bottle with some minor illusion. It's like, oh, I think I win.
You didn't even throw it.
I think she makes another one. I won again.
He goes. The stall clerk goes over and tries to go reach for one of the rings. As he does, his hand goes right through it, and the illusion shatters, breaking, and you see the little flecks of magic fall down along the bottle. Ram, your character notices this as the stalwart says, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's... I think you actually have to throw the physical ring.
Oh, can I get some of those?
Yeah, there's 3 for a copper.
She looks down at her pouch. What does copper look like?
Oh, and you see the stall clerk look around and meet your eyes, Ram.
So the big furball comes up behind you and kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "Sorry, darling, you do have to pay for the games, you know. Do you not have any money on you?"
No, this is kind of a new thing to me.
Oh, well, that's all right. That's all right. And she'll toss the copper to the clerk and give a wink. Be like, let it go. But no more trickery, would you?
Sure.
Wonderful. And do enjoy yourself now. And she'll kind of back up.
She throws a ring and then makes the ring appear on the bottle again.
The clerk goes, it's on the floor. I can see the ring. I think I can't really let you play anymore.
I want a new game.
Okay. And you walk away, searching, hunting for a new game. Daniel, your character walks around the festival. What booth would your character be at?
My character wouldn't be at like a booth per se. He'd more be looking for like the Great Adventure shows that they do at like Fright Fest. He'd be looking for one of those.
Describe what type of show you mean in a little more detail.
I don't know,
Like,
just like a performance.
Oh, okay, like a performance.
Like performers,
Like when we went to
fire
Run Fair,
twirlers, or
Of course. Well, you do indeed find such a performance. What type of performance are you looking for? One of brawn or one of brain?
brawn.
Brawn. Of course. And what you find behind a stage, on top of it, you see large metal objects, bars going across, dust of chalk on the center, and you see two people. One of them, but a little halfling, and another, a Goliath of huge proportion. You hear the Goliath say, "Come, gather round, gather round. Come, witness the feat of strength that is Zorlas." And then you see the halfling chime in, "Yes, watch me overcome this huge Goliath. I shall beat him. Nay, it is not possible, for I am huge and muscular." You see, as the show goes on, the strong man proceeds to lift several heavy objects. Before, when he lifts the heaviest object of them all, the halfling goes up and picks up the strong man along with the heaviest object.
Was the halfling named Zorlas?
No! Yes!
Okay.
Yeah! Yeah! Tweak the mighty! Another character walks past this show, searching maybe for their own booth. Lane. And Daniel. First, Daniel, describe your character, and then Lane, describe your character as you walk past looking for something to do.
He is a high elven man, with like fair tan skin, long brown hair, very sharp and pronounced ears, and he wears what's the best way to describe it? It's like street fashion, but it still all looks good together. There's a picture of him in the player journal.
And Lane, your character walking looking for a booth. You walk past. Describe yourself.
So everyone will see a probably about 5'2", looks like a sort of half elf, half Yuan-ti. Poncho on, right arm completely bandaged up, including the fingers, right up to her shoulder. Huge, like thick Coke bottle glasses, serpentine eyes. Kind of probably frantically looking around a little because she got separated from the person she came here with.
You look around. Make a perception check.
Oh, and also with her is probably either on her shoulder or like flitting around her head, is a moth that's about cat-sized. Emmy, can you take a look up and see if you can find him?
Roll advantage as your familiar gives you help.
16.
16. Who are you looking for?
I am looking for Santos.
You're looking for Santos. As you look around, you see one person you're looking for standing at a booth. Standing at a booth with a cork rifle.
Oh, enough like that. Oh, you have a...
Just as you are about to go and talk to your friend, someone stepping from a place that you hadn't really seen, hadn't really noticed him, walks forward and you bump into each other. Migs, please introduce your character.
Hi, fuck. You bump into a 5'6" elven man, kind of like this like gray ashen skin, wearing a black top with these like leather blue bracers on them, mud stained, well worn yet comfortable boots, this almost like fur cloak, but currently like draped behind his shoulders, and there you see to his left in a weird sort of aesthetic, he has a katana with blue wrapping, and then with it a Nordic looking short sword with him, and he looks that I'm sorry, young lady, I did not see you there.
No, I wasn't. I was not looking out myself.
Kratos, you hear a familiar voice behind you.
Me?
He said
Sorry.
Stratos.
Fuck all of you.
I'm a
Other
captain
names
now.
that
Fuck
exist
this.
in real life. Santos, you hear behind you a voice familiar.
There she is. I put down the cork bottle, tip my hat to the owl, and make my way over to my wife.
You get over there and you see another man standing, looking like the one Migs just described, because it's him.
There you are, darling.
There you go.
Lost you in the crowd.
Yeah, can always look for any.
Sure can. I look up at this elven man. Good day.
Good day. And they're immediately gonna, seeing that these two know each other, and is like not wanting to go, is just gonna back up and go back on his way that he was originally going.
Make a passive. What's your passive perception? Santos and
15.
Strig. Stigander.
Passive perception 17.
Mm-hmm. And what was yours again, Santos?
15.
Something's off about the person you've just met. You have this thought at the same time. Something doesn't feel right. But you begin to walk away. Into the crowd and into the festival, which is continuing as scheduled, which is good for you, Rem. But it seems it's almost time for the play, a wondrous display put on by an acting troupe, partially from your traveling circus, and also partially from the city's own acting guild. They're doing a play about the War of Creation and all of its wonderful and deadly traps between the gods. It's time for you to call those over. Who would like to partake in seeing this wondrous play?
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I would go, assuming that I'd find Cyril there.
Absolutely, I'd be there.
Yep.
I have no great love for the theater, so it's up to Chris.
I wander towards the loud noises.
Whoa, man, I love plays.
I'm behind the scenes helping with the last minute preparations.
You announce the play that it's starting?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Please, make an announcement.
So they'll go to like wherever the currently busiest area is and clap their hands and go, it is the time that has, what was I going to say? That sentence got lost halfway through.
You can do it.
Sorry. What would they say?
The play is titled The War of Creation.
Lovely. One and all, please make your way to the back of the festival. It is time for the play that depicts the War of Creation. It will start in 5 minutes. And she was kind of, she's more articulate than I am.
Do you have a sponsor?
5 minutes, thank you.
Yeah.
As you hear the sponsorship let out, is everyone going, or I don't recall getting an answer from Riz and Santos.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, cool. But I got your answer. Alrighty. So you make your way to the play. You come into the same theater that the strongmen were at, but they seem to have removed their weights. And the play begins. You see people come out with streamers, black streamers, running in circles, and another person comes out. Right. You see a gnome come out with a book, and he begins to read. He says, "From the void came the elements." And as he does this, the streamers are thrown into the air, colors of water, fire, earth, and air. Water, fire, earth, and air burst in and fall to the ground. And from this chaos, the gods, they built our home. You see several other actors come out and pick up these streamers, put them together, and then with a blast, you see as they are thrown together, they form into a ball that looks like the world, which I am going to give to you right now in handouts and info. Some of the gods, they wanted life, and so they made it. And you see a few of the gods come together in a circle, and with a blast and sparkle of magic, a person appears in the center. But not just any person, an extremely tall person, a Goliath. Then another one makes another symbol, and what appears is from what seems to be a trapdoor or staircase, a large dragon held by several people on stilts flies up. And then another one pops open. A fairy, just an actual fairy, just pops and appears. But not all of the gods wanted this so. As the three creatures recede into the background, the other gods come onto stage. Their weapons abound, and they fight. They begin to attack one another. You see red streamers of blood flying across, even into the crowd. One of them hits you, Zine, as a red streamer knocks you in the head softly.
She just looks at it and inspects it. It's just like,
But you see it's magical. It can turn into any color you wish.
she's just like waving it in front of her face, making it change all the colors.
Yep. The fight continues, and one of them turns to the audience and says, "There is no hope. We are lost. I must switch sides. I must become despair." Those who were, anyone who would like to can make a religion check to know what event this is.
Alrighty. Cullen, first roll of your dice.
Not me.
You said religion?
Religion.
Not too bad.
Natty 1.
14.
23.
All right. Anyone who rolls above a 10 would know that this is Yevelian, the god of hope, falling in despair and becoming Velkor, god of doom, and switching sides from the creator deities to the destroyer ones. After this event, another one, a woman walks up to the front of the stage and says, "No, we can do this." This woman looks Very elfish. It has you can see the ears and everything. But there's also a fey note to her. It looks like she's an Eladrin. She travels, gathering the three creatures that appeared before, and they walk in a circle around the fighting and chaos until they come to until all of the other actors who are playing the gods leave the stage, and extras come on, throwing again more elemental rafters, and there sits on a chair brought onto a stage a another god with a little eyeglass on his head, as well as someone wearing a costume made of stone. Another one floating on a little cloud with like with a white wispy costume. Another one literally on fire, and another one in a bubble, almost literally walking onto the stage. And you hear, "Please join us, Quelth Elementals. Join us. Let's protect life. Let's show magic to the people. Let's make this world better for new creatures." You see them look to each other for a second before they nod their heads and agree. And then the final scene comes onto the stage as all of the gods come on and they go on for one big final battle, which goes in favor of the creator gods with the person you just saw. And then at the end of the play, you see the last Fey character, the Eladrin, step to the front and say, "There will always be hope," before she literally begins to fly. Anyone's has a perception above a 20 or a 20 or above?
Yes.
Negative.
Nope.
You notice that there is actually a string, very thin, pulling this person up. So
Strong
this
as
is a
one.
very weird mix of practical effects and literal magic. Anyone who rolled above a 10 earlier would know that this is Lavalier becoming the god of hope as she flies up into the heavens. And clapping goes across. The play is mid. But hey, this is what happens when you throw together a cobbled together play. Rem, you sit in the back. How do you feel about the play?
Too mid.
I'm not happy because I was informed at first that it would just be my troupe performing, and then I was told that the guild's performers would be performing as well, and all of a sudden everything had to change. We had to compensate for new actors and get them all prepared within the span of less than a couple days. She's mad. She's not happy.
In fact, the person who had made that decision, that gnome who had just read from the book, Guildmaster Nimble of Ravelon, returns from the stage. A trained actor as he was himself, he insisted that the guilds be given a piece of this play, as it was in Ravelon, their territory. I think that went all right.
Did you really? Did you really? Now? Is this
Great.
what you call all right? Is this why you asked Mirandia's Madhouse of Misfits and Majesties to join you for whatever you deemed that to be? Am I truly to be insulted at that level?
Well, I thought it was fine.
Clearly your standards are a little bit low, sir.
Well, look, my standards are that my guild members get paid, and they got paid. So, we're good. And as well as you did, we paid you for this. So, you know what?
You did. However, the initial agreement was that we would be performing alone. We had everything prepared. It was going wonderfully smoothly. And then you had to come in and change everything.
Look, just because Minister Ilithel makes a deal about theater and entertainment does not mean it's final without it going through me. So, that's that.
Well, then I believe that is a problem between you and Minister Ilithel, not me and my troupe. Good day, sir. Please take your
Good
troop
day.
members
Enjoy
and leave.
the festival. May Ravenus guide you. And the gnome walks off, talking simultaneously up and down to you. As you guys are beginning to exit the theater, whose passive perception is above a 20 again?
Damn.
You notice some hooded figures, like some people put on some hoods and then walk in the opposite direction, towards the apex of the city and the palace in Ravelon. Would you like to
Towards the
follow, or would you like
palace?
to remain here?
Well, what's the vibe?
The vibe is they turned to each other, nodded, put their hoods on, and then walked off in that direction. Several people.
All right. Cyril is going to cast Sending to Clover. I think there might be an issue here. Meet me outside the where?
Meet the. Give me a second. Outside the palace district in Raven Wing Palace.
Yes, that.
We always love an impromptu mission.
Far from impromptu. You were warned that something might be up, something of use, but you were given no other details.
Okay. Yeah.
So the rest of you. Sorry, so yeah.
No, yeah. I just I slink back into the crowd, kind of like blending in with everybody, and go towards where Cyril told me to go.
Okay. As you guys walk around, is there any other games you would like to play? Any other booths that your characters would move towards?
If there's any sort of like dart throwing, axe throwing, things like that, just so he has a chance to do something, Stigando will look for something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple axe throwing booths. You'll go over that way. Anyone else want to go axe throwing?
You know, I'll go over because I think it looks cool.
Alrighty. Yeah, you see this other character come on over, high as a kite, walking on over to the axe throwing booth. He stands next to you, Santos.
Can I smell that he's high?
Oh yeah,
Get it.
yeah. It's
I
a
smell
little
it?
it's a little.
Yeah, that's why
cloudy.
you know.
Oh, okay. I don't even have to see it. I can smell it. I smell it, and without even looking in his direction, I'm like, I say, you're enjoying yourself and having a good time.
Oh yeah, man, I'm having a great time. What are you doing over here? Throwing some axes and stuff.
Take a sip of my sinful apple.
I'm gonna fucking shank this man with a fucking shiv that I made out of soap.
Is he in prison? What's the soap for?
Talk about a clean wound.
Fuck off.
Get out of town.
That's pretty good. I appreciate the pun.
Stigando is like, well, I was considering maybe doing some axe throwing, as this is the only throwing sort of thing that piques my interest.
Oh yeah, man, I was doing the fishing game over there. It was great. Caught like 70 of them.
He did indeed. You notice that in his pockets, a little rubber ducky falls out.
I look down at the rubber duck. I'm like,
and then another one falls out.
I think.
And then another one.
I can't remember if I was supposed to give these back or not. I gotta, I'll probably swing back by later. I got the rod too. I think he told me. I don't remember if he told me.
I get the feeling he's supposed to return all of that, but that is not my problem. That is.
I'll return it in a minute. Let's throw some. What are we throwing?
If I remember correctly, axes, Colin.
Yeah, axes. Although although Varys, throwing a fishing rod and catching the target might be a good idea.
You know, Cullen, I was thinking, what if I took and I tried to, with the line on the target, fished the target.
Okay, that's what you intend to do.
I walk up.
Riss and Santos. After leaving the play, what would you go to do?
It's all yours.
There's nothing else you wanted to see?
Let's go people watching.
Yeah.
And people watch you do. Where would you like to go? You want to go sit down in like a little food pagoda that was set up?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah, you fit to sit down, you get some food, and you look around. I want you to roll perception now that we are actively looking. Will my dice betray Dana once again?
I'm not using your stinking dice.
They're not my dice, they're Santos's dice.
They're stinkers, is what
They
they
were
are, and I'm
just
not
for
going to use
Santa.
that damn d20. Alright, I rolled a 21.
21?
Natural 20 for 25.
Natural 20 for the 25.
We love people watching words.
We love casting spells.
You look around and you notice a pattern. Now that you think about it, some people put some hoods on and walked like up the city for the play. But after the play, but the festival's nowhere near over. You're not even at the last part. You look around and you see other people in similarly garbed blue and purple, like almost robes, walking around and spreading out throughout the festival.
I don't like this.
No, I
One
don't
of them
either.
sits down at your table.
Yeah.
Is it alright if I join you?
Sure, stranger.
I have a prestidigitation going, a little light in my hand, and Emma is just slowly chomping away at the light. I'm a bit distracted.
I can tell. But don't let me distract you. And he goes and he begins to eat a little pastry. And he also looks around as he's doing it. Zine, what would you be doing right now?
I think she's walking around, walking up to people and saying, do any of you know, a shaman or a healer or just a medicine man?
Yeah, you're looking around looking for medicine. You run into a person wearing a blue and purple robe who says, oh, you're looking for someone good with medicine.
Yes, do you know anyone like that?
I think I do. We get everyone? We did get everyone. What happens next is...
Ryan immediately whipping his head.
What happens next, he says, I have some medicine to cure this world. And he takes out a short sword and tries to stab you. Everyone, roll initiative. As someone around you unsheathes the sword, a conspiracy has been afoot. Dan and Leo, you do not need to roll as of yet.
Alright, where are we throwing this?
So, actually, hold up. We don't even need initiative. You're at all separate combats. Let's go down the list. Ryan! First up, Ryan and Ryan and Stig Gandar.
You can just do amazing things on your life.
Stig! Thank you, Stig. That's your name, Stig. So, Stig and Varys, you guys stand here ready to throw some axe or fish some poles. Someone with an axe next to you just looks, two people, one on your right of you, one on the right of you, Stig, and one on the left of you, Varys, as you are playing in the same booth. They each take their axe, and the one on the right of you, Stig, literally takes it and swings his little throwing axe into the head of the worker that's there. The one on the left of you, Varys, turns towards you and makes a swing. What did you roll for initiative?
23.
Okay. Cool. He's about to take a swing. What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna be like, whoa, man, chill. And I'm gonna take out my sickle and my shield, and I'm gonna attack at him non-lethally.
All right, go ahead, make an attack.
I feel personally attacked by this representation of a stoner.
That is a... On today's episode of D&D, Ryan finds out a sickle, not a finesse one. Either way, that's a 23 to hit.
And it's strength as well.
That will hit. Please roll damage.
What about the Shalilla?
Ligly.
Cholula.
Ah, bro.
Cholula.
I like the vibe.
Chicken chalupas.
Chimichangas.
That is 5 non-lethal slashing.
5 non-lethal slashing damage. Yeah, you go and you cut him down immediately. He falls to the ground. Stig, what did you roll for your initiative?
23.
23. Very nice. At the exact same time as your compatriot to your left, you notice this, and what would you like to do?
And it's so the guy on my side, it looks like he's about to go and swing at the worker.
He just took it. Yeah, he's got his axe out. He's about to go swing right at the worker.
As he goes to swing at the worker, I see that his side is open, and I'm immediately going to send an elbow straight into his side and attack him.
Okay. Roll to attack. Wait, are you take the shove action?
What's up?
So are you shoving him?
No, I'm straight up just hitting him to interrupt him from hitting the worker.
Okay.
Pretty much just inflicting pain to stop him. And that's going to be a 20 to hit.
Okay, that hits. Either you can roll damage, or you can make a contested athletics check to stun him.
Contested athletics? I mean...
Contested with his constitution.
Contested with his constitution? Let me see something. I mean, he can just make a con save as a spend a key point.
If you'd like to do that.
Sure, I don't give a shit.
Okay. He's gonna roll an 11.
He rolls an 11, he fails, he's stunned.
He turns towards you. We go back up to Varys. Varys, you've hit your man, you've turned. Same with you, Stig. You see this other one, he's a little stunned, but he's turning, but looking at both of you. He has an axe in hand. You'll both act at the same time, so what would you like to do?
I'm gonna fucking... I'm just gonna bonk him again with my sickle, non-lethally.
The new guy? The one next to your compatriot here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you turn, you bonk, and Stig, what are you gonna do?
So one guy's already down, right?
Yeah, the one on the other side of the person that the high guy that you were playing with.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go in for another blow to his temple to try to knock him out. Assuming if Varys doesn't get him before I do.
Yeah, you both make an attack. Go ahead.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
That's a 15.
Yeah, your combined attacks. You hit him, both of you, and he falls to the ground unconscious. As that's happening, someone is trying to stab you, Zine. You might not know much about this world, but this certainly is not good. What did you roll for your initiative?
I got a 15.
Okay, so he's slow on the draw. What are you gonna do?
Okay. As he's stabbing right for the center of my carapace, I'm gonna just tap my chest and cast Mage Armor, and then a swarm of insects take over him.
Alrighty. So you see this attack, and you, defensive and reactive, blast hit yourself. A gleaming armor appears over you, and then what needs to happen with the insects as they swarm upon this man for his treachery?
So, just a cloud of, I'd say like fucking hornets just comes up around him and starts stinging him, and he has to make a con save.
He rolls an 8.
And he fails.
Fail he does. Stinging, buzzing, gnatting insects attack the man.
My screen's only half. I can't even see the other side of it. It's gonna be 10 poison.
Yep. He dies as he falls to the ground, unable to heal anything ever again. We
And
go.
she just kind of runs towards a group of people that are surrounded to try to help.
So, Santos and Riz, another person comes down and sits at your table, next to you, Santos. Same robe, same everything. They look each other in the eye, then they look at you. The chaos erupts all around, but all that happens here is they look you two in the eye, and they know you know they know.
Can I do
Draw.
something?
Yeah, sure. What would you like to do?
I want to open my poncho, show all of the weaponry that is covering my body underneath, and say, "Sure, you want a tango?"
Make an intimidation check.
That's amazing.
You like that?
Every gun, bullet, knife that you could think of.
It's like at least 6 different knives, all of different makes.
A karambit, a Bowie knife, a stiletto.
There's,
Somehow
there's
a great
definitely
sword.
there's definitely
That
a
is
tri-tip in
a-
there.
That is a 15 on
Oh,
intimidation.
There's 3 grenades.
The one across from you on the side of your wife, just like looks at you, looks at Riz, looks at his partner, and then his partner looks at him, looks at you, and now you notice it. A knife against your side. I think I do.
Stab me. You don't have the
Roll,
guts.
roll initiative.
Oh my God.
Damn, Dana's just doing what I did to that kid.
Damn me.
Yeah, I am. I am.
Stab me. I like it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought you were
Oh.
gonna fucking say.
Not the blood play.
What'd y'all roll?
What? You don't want to play in people's blood?
No.
15.
I roll. Oh my god. 24.
Nice.
24. He might have a knife there, but he's slow.
He's a bitch.
Santos. Draw.
Oh, I draw. You see, I have the gunner feat. I take my rifle, I put it right under his chin, and I try to fire.
Yeah, you step back, pulling your rifle out under his chin. I would like you to make an attack.
Just like in the movies.
God.
Say what again? Say
what
I dare
again?
you. I thought you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
Hey, Colin.
What?
Yeah.
Does a 27 hit?
I think it does,
Yes.
and I think his brains are splattered on the umbrella above you. As bang, a shot goes off. This is the point where you, what's your character's name? It's cut off.
Mirandia.
This is where Mirandia, you hear a loud blast from around the corner at the food hut. Well, Riz, you're second quickest. Already suspicious of what was about to happen.
Yeah. And then I saw the knife get pressed up against Santos's side. So, just look him in the eyes and goes, "One chance. You get one."
He looks as his friend just got his head blown off, and he says, nothing. He just freezes.
Then I'm gonna this like tiny, like nerdy looking Yuan-Ti then she goes, "Okay then." Takes his hand and just stabs it through the stabs it onto the table, penny in there.
All right, I want you to make an attack.
Randall, look at your face.
Hold up. 17.
Yeah, that'll hit as you stab his hand into the table, and he goes, ah!
Only 4 damage.
Yeah, he's hurting. Santos, this man's hand is stamped into the table. He literally cannot, he can't do anything.
He's effectively grappled.
Ah! And he just looks up at you.
Are you part of the word? The rest is just asking.
Speaking in code.
Yeah.
Do you think he's part of the word?
No. No, he's too weak.
Amateur.
I'm no amateur. As he pulls from his side a stick of dynamite. And you're going down with me.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
The line lights. You have 6 seconds.
I pinch it.
No,
I sleight of hand pinch it?
Make an athletics check. To try and grapple it, I guess. Or whatever a check you think makes sense.
I mean, I'm just going to try and sleight a hand real quick.
Go ahead, sleight of hand it.
That's hysterical.
Create, destroy water.
18.
Yeah, you go over and you're just like... He just looks at you and he's just like... That's
I
it.
think the proprietor might have some questions for you. I'm gonna look over at Randy.
Yeah, you walk out and you see a man's hand stabbed to a table, another one's head blown off. You also look around and you see many of your guests being actively attacked by people in blue and purple robes.
Yeah, she is like, what the fuck? But she, yeah, she sees everything going on and she shouts out, "Leave my carnival immediately and leave my troop alone!" And her voice, like, she had like a performer's, voice on before. Her voice dips and it's extremely deep and very loud. And as she does that, she's gonna go into a rage. And is that guy the closest one to her?
Yep.
Yeah, then she'll run over, or I guess like well, she kind of thinks that you two have it under control. Is there anyone nearby who, like, it seems like they're struggling and they need some help?
You see Varys and Stygander chilling. Varys is probably rifling through the guy's pockets that he knocked out. It's like...
Is Cullen frozen?
He's frozen.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Okay.
I thought he was just looking menacingly.
No, my man's frozen.
Really hard.
Rest
Yeah,
in peace,
because I
Colin.
want to know because you two look like everything's reasonably fine, and there are people who are just guests here. So and also for her troop, and she wants to help it if
We've
they are.
we've got him here if you want to question him afterwards.
I have
Thank you.
returned. My
There you are.
apologies.
Hello.
You get a haste cast on you as well.
Yeah, before all that happens. Sorry, DM's gone. You don't keep going.
Alright, Professor's gone. We can leave, guys.
I'm going to fucking kill you. I need to open up all my fucking documents again. I had like 15 things opened up.
Did you restart your computer?
It fucking froze. Migs, I need you to get your ass over here.
Damn,
Yes,
bro.
Megs, tech support.
Yeah, tech support. Let's go.
The clock.
You guys want to hang out tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm down.
I'll come over.
Yeah,
No,
I don't have work.
I'll come over so Migs can fix Cullen's computer.
Huh?
Why else were we hanging out?
We'll get you food.
Yeah, he'll get you food.
You like food?
I like food.
You have to have that thing called food to live, right?
So I've been told.
Supposed.
Wait, Lane. Also, what does haste do? I've never been hasted before.
Well, before that,
Oh, never mind.
You're Marshall
Yes.
and you haven't. Bro.
before that, you see all this happening. I need to. Oh, fucking hell. Game. You see a bolt of fire blast into this guy's face, and now standing behind the table, you see flames all around them, and an explosion going off behind the table. you see a mage in the same robes looking at you three and goes, "It's time to find what was hidden from us." You three are going to roll initiative and be in one combat. As over near the axe throwing stand, you see a you see that the person running the game over there, people over at the axe stand, so that's Varys, Stig, and nearby, running to find some help, is Zine. You see another a person get just literally almost like just frozen solid in a cone of cold, as another mage looks to you three, ready to challenge. So you're each going to roll initiative. You're going to be in your two separate combats. But before we go to all that, we have some people just kind of walking about in the upper city.
Oh, damn it, Leo.
Clover, Cyril, you are... First off, we need to standardize which side of the slash mark this is. You bastards.
Oh,
I feel like
second
it's
off,
right side is the new
Wait, is it
right side
not
is this
all
campaign.
same?
It looks like
Oh.
what is it?
Dana's
Leo,
isn't
and
Leo,
right.
Lane.
Leo, you're Clover?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, Dana and Lane have to flip it.
No, I don't.
Or why don't we just rename ourselves real quick?
Well,
You
because
do
there are
that
other
real quick.
campaigns.
So,
Yeah, just
Clover,
rename yourself whenever you have session.
Yeah, that sounds totally not tedious at all.
Clover and
2
Cyril,
seconds.
I want you guys both to make a... so how are you trying to make your way to the upper city following these individuals?
Stealthily.
Yeah.
Stealthily. Make a stealth check.
I what's it called? Once I like meet up with Cyril, I cast Pass Without Trace on both of us, and we kind of like start weaving between people.
Stealth checks.
Yep, stealth checks. As you guys make your way through the upper city, you guys at some point exit the actual festival, and are now making your way along the streets together.
You cast Pass Without Trace, right?
Yes.
24.
Cullen, that's a nat 20 for a total of 41.
Yeah.
Silence. Wait,
What?
Well, expertise.
Expertise,
max
Pass Without
attack.
Never
Trace.
existed.
You accidentally step into the border ethereal.
Literally.
Stealth
Clover is
you are.
meant for stealth.
Clearly.
Over. What race is your character again?
Owlin.
Okay. You fly up farther than they can see you, but not where you can see them.
Mhm.
If you want. Nah, actually, nah. You're just going normal. Going normal
Yeah.
along the rooftops where they'd never think to look. Well, you...
This 7
make
foot
your way
11
still.
inches Owlin is fucking gone.
Woo, motherfucker. Woo. You make your way along the rooftops, while Cyril, you make your way along the streets as you see them now running up to the upper district. Eventually, you come to an area in front of the palace. This is a straight road that goes up. There's a huge fountain with a statue of some hero you don't immediately recognize. Behind is the palace. There's also a cathedral with raven's wings on it, the Cathedral to Ravenna in the city. You see them meet up with a couple other people, and I need to go into my fucking documents and find their names because they were taken from me. You see a human sorcerer go. You see human sorcerer, whatever. You see a human go. All right, are we ready to begin? Yeah, I think it's about to kick off. And you guys hear an explosion all the way down from the festival, and you see a couple flashes of light. Good. All right, I'm gonna begin the ritual. You two stand guard here. Hopefully, we'll get the king in this. Otherwise, won't be so great. And he runs off, while these two now stand at the top of the stairs. You guys are on a building below, on the bottom of the stairs. It's about 30 feet up the stairs. Not 30 feet of elevation, just 30 feet that way. And you guys sit at the bottom. What do you want to do?
Well,
So you said this was part of our mission. What was our mission here?
You were told that something's going down in Ravalon.
I see. Okay. We do our usual.
just like the old days.
Clover will fly up and go onto a perch and cast silence on her rifle as she kind of pulls it out, this large scoped barrel, and prepares lines up a shot on the what's it called, on the sorcerer.
They're still all grouped
Well,
together,
he's
right?
ran, so it's just the two people you were following.
I see.
Yeah.
So
He ran. So the two people that we were following, they're still there, right?
yeah, they're still there. They were told to keep guard. This is the only way into the palace, basically, up this road and up these stairs. So
All right. Cyril will he will walk up to them. Gentlemen, you're missing the festival.
so are you.
I had to get away, but it looks like you did too. Whoop. You're a little far from where you're supposed to be.
No. As he takes a wand out of his pocket.
I
I'm
fire.
exactly where I need to be. You fire. Roll an attack. With advantage, he does not see you coming.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Roll, all of it.
Oh boy.
Are you a rogue?
No.
Kind of hoping this would be like a 10,000 damage thing.
It's gonna be. This is still bad news.
Oh boy.
35 points of damage.
35 points of damage as you blast that guy's head clean off, and the other one just goes.
I
roll
read.
initiative.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
What is that number on this die? 18.
18. Yeah.
Oh wait,
so you're
actually,
up there.
do I get Jack of all trades for initiative? Is
Yes.
that how that
You do.
works?
Yes, you do.
I do. Okay, so that's
19.
19.
Yes. Still. Clover. Rooftop. Good shot. Still going.
Yep. I quickly reload and fire again. These are
Yep.
all cocked. Once. There we go. That is a 17 to hit.
Silently, the bullet flies through the air before it suddenly begins to whiz outside of your zone of silence, and bang, the other one's down. You're clear and free. You're clear and free to go.
So sort of like brushes off his coat. Didn't even have to lift a finger.
You look over to Clover. I motion for us to go further in, and I fly up and kind of continue on towards the castle.
And I go in through the front door.
Okay. As you guys get to the castle, we're gonna go back to the other side. So let's start with Migs, Ryan, and M. So, Zine, Stig, and Varys. Have you rolled for initiative?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What did you roll?
19.
19.
15.
Also 19.
Okay, so it's gonna be
Rifling through a guy's pockets.
who's faster, Zine or Stig?
I have a dex score of 18.
You.
Okay. One of the two, one of these two mages that was nearby, or sorry, one mage. There's not two. Don't know why I thought that. The mage that just cast Totem Cold and absolutely eviscerated a person, looks over, and you guys stand opposite sides of him. So that would mean Varys and Stig are next to each other, while Zine, you're on the other side of him, and you just saw the same action. He turns and looks over to you and says, "The world will be cleansed in fire!" And cast Fireball. I need
Oh.
I need Varys and Stick to make a dex save.
Cool.
What was that? Look up as I fucking fail.
Fucking yikes. Double checking to see if I have anything for this. I do not. Okay. That's gonna be. That's a 14.
Colin, did I find anything in that guy's pockets?
Whose pockets? You haven't. Where? When?
The guy
I was
that.
rifling through a guy's pockets.
The guys that we took
The
down.
guy that I knocked out. Did I find any
Not
notes
quick
or
enough to
anything?
do that.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
This is gonna hurt.
17 on a failure.
What was the DC? I don't remember if you said if I failed or not.
Oh, sorry. Migs, what did you roll?
14.
You succeed. Then Varys fails. 17 damage on a failure, half as much on a success. He
17
rolled,
for a fireball?
he rolled
Trash.
5 ones.
Oh,
That's so that's
What's
8 for
17
me.
have?
the Cullen dice curse.
8.
I just kept rolling. The first 3 were ones, and I'm like,
You're like, this is not going one way.
Be resistant up in this bitch.
yeah. So that happens. It smells very much like weed right now. But it is your turn, Stig.
Okay, how far is this guy?
20 feet.
20 feet? Cool. I use my movement to get up to him. As I'm running up, I'm gonna draw my katana and I'm gonna jump towards him and fucking kick him.
He's gonna draw his cultural appropriation, and he's gonna kick him.
So I'm gonna kick him first.
Made the only Asian culture in this world evil. Good job, Mix.
That's the first. Shut up.
Damn, bro.
That's the first attack, and the first attack is gonna be a 17 to hit.
Okay, roll to attack. Or sorry, yes. Roll damage. I mean.
Okay. Seven bludgeoning damage. And then I'm going to swing at him with my katana with both hands.
Okay.
That's gonna be. That was so close. That was a fucking 2. Oh, that's not gonna miss. That's a 9 to hit.
Okay, that misses. Yeah, so you go up, you kick him, you almost twirling in the air go and slash with your two-handed katanas. But unfortunately, your kick knocked him back a half a step, and you miss.
I think. Oh, okay. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna make one more unarmed strike.
Yes, but as you land, you go for another attack. You try to backhand him.
Okay, that's a little better. That's gonna be a 9 plus 7, 16.
16, that'll hit.
All right. That's another 7 bludgeoning.
7 bludgeoning. Yeah.
Yep. And then. Okay, so then I made an unarmed strike, so that's a +2 to my AC because of agile parry.
Can say woo.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will bring it to Azim.
My-
It's your turn. As you saw this person literally just cast a fireball and attack some random festival goers.
Oh, don't worry, I got this. She reaches into her pouch with her she has like kind of like raptory arms that have hands on top of them, and she sticks her claw into this pouch that she has and rubs what looks like kind of like pollen, and she just shoots this orange bolt at the guy, and he starts to glow orange. Does a 16 hit?
That'll hit. As an
Okay.
orange bolt strikes the man, and he glows with a sunset hue. Roll damage. Assuming this is. Do you have to roll damage for this spell?
Yeah. Oh my god, I saw the damage, then I lost it in my brain. Is there like a...
What spell is
there
it?
is- Oh,
Guiding bolt?
it's me flavoring Guiding Bolt.
Oh, 46 if it's at first level.
Yeah, no, I rolled something and then it disappeared from my screen.
Oh,
Uh,
if you click that out of the way, then
probably
that's gonna disappear.
Yeah. Cool. 17 radiant, and he glows with this, like, radiant fucking spores on him.
Okay.
Oh, and the next person gets advantage.
Alrighty, and the next person will be Varys, our little slow, little high lad.
Just an old man. Kind of, like, stands up from crouching, looking at the dude he knocked out. He's like, I get too old for this. You go do it. And he's going to summon a wildfire spirit. By the guy, but not close enough to where Miggs would have to make this save.
Sure.
Guy needs to make a dex save.
Okay.
DC 16.
None of that.
Fails.
Please fails, yeah.
He's gonna take some fire damage. As Miggs, you see this kind of this flaming fox just like bursts into existence. He's gonna take 9 fire damage.
Okay. That all?
And bonus action, I'm gonna be like, go do your thing, buddy. And he's going to attack.
Alright, roll to attack.
That's probably gonna. That's a. Like well over 20 to hit.
Yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
Uh, 5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. Okay, and that brings this mage to the ground as with a scream she falls burning. You three get a moment of respite as we move over to the table where a fireball had just gone off behind you and destroyed another. I need Riz, Santos, and Miranda. What's the name again?
You could just use Randa.
Randa. It's cut off, so I don't feel.
Oh.
Randa Cosgrove.
Mirandia.
Miranda, yeah.
Cosgrove.
Roll initiative,
Miranda.
please.
Randy Cosgrove.
iCarly theme song starts playing.
Dirty 20.
20?
Oh,
Yep.
12.
12. Okay.
This is a deck save?
No, this is
Initiative.
initiative.
Initiative. Well, that's a natural 20 plus 5 for 25.
Okay. And okay, Santos, you're up first. A new threat approaches.
Would like to try and shoot them.
Please.
That is gonna be a 12, 28.
You hit. Ow. Punched my hand. I hurt.
Skill issue.
12 radiant.
12 radiant. Okay.
He's still up.
Yeah, he is.
Action surge.
Okay.
We'll send it.
Bang! And with a click, you reload once again and fire.
Fire my miss.
30, 20.
You hit again.
$16 radiant.
Yeah. He's hurt.
I would like to position myself in front of Reese if possible.
All right, you position yourself in front of Riz, and that brings it to Mirandia's turn. Someone is making a mess of your festival.
Fuck this. So they got into a rage before combat started. Is it still up?
Sure.
Okay. She will zoom over to the mage, and she goes in and gets behind them, and her mouth opens, and it opens wider than it should, and like rows of fangs and a very long tongue come out, and she goes in for a bite.
Path of the Beast. Okay, I see you.
It's a dirty 20.
But that'll hit.
Amazing.
Dana, put the wine down.
I thought it was.
No.
I'm actually.
I mean, hey, I've got
Sorry? 7?
gin.
It's 12 points of damage.
12 points? Yeah, as you go and you bite his head off.
Lovely.
You bite his head off and he dies. And for a moment, the people down at the festival, you guys have a moment of quiet. But as you look around, the explosions still rock. These mages still attack all over the place. Both groups down at the festival notice this same thing. And Daniel left right before, and Leo left right before we went back up there. So, you know what? They'll be surprised when they get back. So, you guys, look around. What do you want to do? What is your plan, starting with the group at the axe throwing?
Now can I rifle through the guy's pockets? We have
he
two
begins to
unconscious
scavenge.
beings.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I would like to. Well, actually, I would say, hey. And he just kind of like is gesturing towards Stig. It's like, hey.
I just noticed you talking to me, and I turned around. I was like,
Hey,
yes.
you go over here. Help me tie these guys up.
One of them is clearly dead that he's trying to tie up.
No, I know the dead one.
Okay.
But I'm saying, come help me tie the guy up. Come on.
I think you have that one handled.
Zine, you're also there.
All right, can I tie the guy up? A gesture to Zine too.
Sure.
I wanna
Flies over.
tie the guy up and
She like wings open up in her back, and she flies over, and lands.
Sigander is trying to discern what the hell you are.
He's just like.
Hi.
Varys is just.
Roll nature check, Mix.
That's pretty cool.
You can also roll Arcana. Whatever you want to roll, tell me, and I'll let you know.
Varys doesn't know, doesn't care.
It doesn't matter, so I'll just say
I need to prove it, so let's.
I'm not proficient in any intelligence skills, so can I just make an intelligence in general?
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
No proficiency for this situation, so it don't matter.
20. How the fuck
17.
17. Yeah, this seems to be some sort of fae.
I'm gonna have to call my wife about that.
Does your wife happen to be like a really powerful shaman or healer?
No, but she just knows magic.
Cool.
Talk about it later. Deal with whatever he wants.
Yeah, she just takes back up into the sky and starts fucking making insect swarms everywhere on people.
Okay. What about the other group? Under in the pagoda. What would you guys like to do?
Mirandia's like weird scaly snout retracts, and she turns to Santos and Riss and goes, based on how you handled that one, I'm assuming you're okay?
Yes.
Good. Then do you happen to know what in the nine hells is going on?
No.
Not a clue.
Strange
Wonderful.
cloaked individuals causing trouble.
Yes, I could see that. Perhaps we should go stop the rest of it. Care to join me?
Sure.
Sure.
Then let's go. And she'll just bolt off into wherever, like on her as like on,
wait.
on the
Yes. this might help. She just like does like a magic circle in the air and just touches you on the shoulder afterwards. And yeah, heist. Your speed is doubled. +2 to AC, advantage on deck saves, additional action on each turn.
Well, thank you for that. And she'll bolt even faster off.
Yeah.
She's like kind of like on their way. She's gonna be kind of like looking over the different tents and making sure her troop is okay and alive. And instructing them to like go and hide, or instructing the ones who she knows are like powerful to try and help out where they can.
So we go back up to the other group, up top, in far away from the chaos. As you guys now hear the explosions, the ruckus is getting louder. As you guys are sneaking up towards the palace, you see the door swing wide open, and you see troops, a small army of them, start to pour out and towards the bottom of the city. What would you like to do as you're just kind of sneaking your way up there?
Clover is trying to from up above kind of see whether or not she can see the purple and blue cloaked figure that we saw earlier run off towards the castle.
Okay. How are you avoiding like these troops?
I'm currently in the air.
Okay, so you're in the air. You're just kind of floating above.
Mhm.
What about you?
Cyril is
Weyril.
kind of, he's clinging to the shadows. He's like finding little alcoves, like where there'd be like a statue or something, and like hiding behind that.
All right. So, where are you trying to enter the palace after this army moves out? Are you trying to enter at all?
Yes. Is there like a open window?
Not
Within
really.
view?
There's the front door, which is open.
Well, snaps his fingers, invisibility.
Okay, you are invisible, and you begin to walk through the front door. As you do so, you look in. You see a great hall before you. You see armor and stuff like strewn about the ground, as if not even all of the troops had time to put on their stuff. How are you getting in, Clover, again?
Clover kind of sees what's it called? Cyril go invisible and only has one assumption: he's gone through the front doors. So will attempt to kind of swoop in and kind of as high as she can, kind of like get in, just silently as she can.
All right. The moment you two break the barrier to the door, you hear a loud noise. You hear a loud screeching noise go off that pierces your ears. As you do this, you hear a voice from the other end of the hall. A couple guardsmen came back. Deal with them. And you end up seeing about 10, 15 people walk into the room from the other side. They have swords drawn, they have shields out, a couple of them wield wands, and they begin to look around. What's your stealth check, Clover? Up top, as
All
you
right.
are in the rafters.
Gotcha.
They cannot see you, Cyril.
A 24.
Yeah, they don't see you, but a large swarm of people is now in your way. I don't see anyone. Keep looking. If they're not guardsmen, then they might be someone else. Did anyone follow anyone up here? No, I didn't see anyone. We'll keep a lookout. And you see the two spellcasters kind of back up while the rest of them, not locking shields or anything like that, but start to walk forward in a line, slowly and carefully. What are you two going to try and do?
They're walking forward, correct?
They're walking forward. There's a table in the center that has some stuff on it. It's a great hall. The table's kind of just there.
Are they all facing like one direction?
Yes, they're all facing one direction, except for the two mages who are well in the back.
I stand behind the spellcasters, like centered between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. They're not right next to each other, to be aware, but
just behind them, and Cyril's gonna whisper and cast silence, centered on them.
Okay.
Now that nothing can be made, no sound can be made, dagger, slit one of their throats.
Yeah, roll to attack.
With the dagger,
There's
that
Assassin's Creed type shit up in here.
the dagger that is a 17.
Yeah, 17 you hit. Roll damage.
Oh wait, I had advantage because I'm invisible. No,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not because I
invisible.
cast a spell. Never mind. Regardless. That is going to be 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage as you go through and stab. Luckily for you, that's enough.
I see one drop, and I've still been concentrating. Has it been 10 minutes since like the first altercation we had? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So silence is still up, and I up in the rafters.
Isn't silence an area of effect?
I cast it.
it
You can cast it on an like an object. I cast it on the gun.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you can.
What's it called? I take a shot.
That's fucking
Good.
insane.
15 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Awesome. 7 plus 5. 12 piercing.
12 piercing. Yeah, you hit through the head. And as the bullet hits, you hear a crack and then a thud as he hits the ground. You see a couple guardsmen turn around at the sight of this. Invisibility is gone once you made that attack, correct, Daniel?
Well, the silence area of effect was on both of the spellcasters, if that was possible. So we would.
What's the area of effect, please?
I believe it's 20-foot radius.
Okay, then they don't hear shit. They don't hear shit.
Um,
As a silent thud, a silent
20
thud
foot
for no one to
radius.
hear. You see them get closer. They're halfway through the hall right now.
I'll sort of like wave to Clover, like through the door.
Nod. Fly down.
You fly down. You open up the door, close it behind you, and you hear, "I don't know where that." Oh God. And as you guys come through this door, you enter a throne room, a chamber. Unluckily for you, you're a bit late. All this stealthing around, moving silently, it certainly got you past what you needed to get past. But as you enter this room, you look and you see 4 spellcasters around an object. It has metal bands and a dark star in the center spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. And they say, and you see the lead one, the one you heard talking from before, says, "It's time." And with that, a burst of magical energy goes up. The ceiling and everything around it is pulled down. Everything is starting to crumble and move towards this. They stay still. Just above is going. The structural integrity of this building is failing. What are you going to do?
Shit.
On the floor.
You have 6 seconds to decide what you'd like to do.
Well, I guess we're ducking for cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll yeah.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Thank God bards get dex saves. 25.
25. Okay.
Fucking thing. There we go. That is a 21.
Good. As you duck, the ceiling crumbles around you as it goes in, and then it pulses, and the rubble that was going to fall upon you pulses back. And one of them sees you and says, "We have intruders." And he goes, "It's too late. The sky will be torn open, and there's nothing they can do. Time to leave." And you see him turn and snap his fingers before a door appears behind him, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one. They all disappear, and you are left now with this device going off, rubble being pulled in and then pulsed out and blasting into the palace. What would you like to do?
Shame I can't cast anti-magic field.
I dropped the sound at this point, and I'm like, this is above our pay grade. Hold on. Oh God. And I'm gonna try to take 2 shots at it, see if anything happens.
Ding, ding.
Nothing. All right.
Nothing. It's a magical item. Another blast forward and back. The structure beneath you crumbles. Make another dexterity saving throws. Another piece of the building is coming down on top of you.
Well,
16.
sometimes having proficiency in dex saves can't save you from a nat 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to take... Uh, 32 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
As you get hit with a massive piece of the building, which is falling on top of you.
Both
Let's
of
get
us?
out of
Floor
here.
actually falls behind you. As it ramps up, more of the building will be going with each pulse. What would you like to do?
Let's get out of here.
Good.
Yeah. Grabs onto Cyril, and kind of like tries to fly out.
Yeah, you try to fly out. You see a line of people behind you. They're running back now, knowing what had happened. But they see the device go off. You see they're happy. They smile. They put down their arms, kneel down, and say, "May the secrets of the heavens be revealed to us," as a rock slams them. I need you to make one last dexterity saving throw as you attempt to fly out of the palace as it crumbles around you.
By the way, Cullen, did I take the 31 damage as well? I don't know if 16 made
what'd
it.
you roll?
16.
No.
Okay.
Ellen really just said rocks fall, huh?
He did.
Actually
Yeah.
hit the party with the rocks fall, your character almost dies.
Thank God Cyril is fairly durable. That being said, on a scale of 1 to 45, I'm at 13.
Yeah.
I fucking love that joke.
It's pretty good.
What's your roll?
21.
21, yeah, good. You're able to keep hold of your friend
Arson!
as you fly
Friend,
out
please.
the door and away. You guys are safe. You've made it away. As you look behind you, and everyone sees this now, a pulse, and then suddenly the sky itself cracks in the night, and shards of magic glass begin to fall into the city. I'm gonna need everyone, besides the 2 people who have made it out and are flying away. In the midst of this battle, of this fight, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Or an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, I'll do the intelligence, thank you.
You said this is everyone else?
Everyone except for Leo and Dan, who have made it away from the battle.
18 on dex. Yes.
Dirty 20.
30 on an intelligence save.
Yep.
So what saving throws, Colin?
Dex or intelligence?
27, sorry.
Dex for intelligence, or Dex for 20.
Okay, and Santos?
Sorry, repeat that.
Make a dexterity or intelligence saving throw. And
Dex.
Ryan, what'd you roll?
And that is gonna be
sec.
Ooh,
plus
got
8 is gonna
trailmix.
be
I rolled a 16.
25.
25. Yeah, you're good. And
I rolled a 16.
Good.
My little
Okay.
guy rolled a natural 20.
oh, why'd you have to roll 2?
The wildfire
My
spirit.
Wildfire
wildfire spirit.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're it's fine. So everyone is able to dodge these weirdly magical falling shards of the sky that when they hit, they shatter and disperse. Riz, you don't dodge it at all. In fact, it hits you. And you feel the power of this. This is,
Let's say I'd
this is-
recognize this magic, right?
yeah, you do.
Okay.
This is, you immediately recognize it, and you also know that this is the physical barrier between the world and the ethereal plane, not the ethereal plane, the astral plane, the astral sea surrounding the world, and space, essentially. When it hits you, instead of moving out of the way speedily, you simply cast Prestidigitation and use up the magic in the shard coming at you and disperse it into the spell. The Prestidigitation, what form would it take? What would you Prestidigitize?
If I'm just using up the magic in the shard as it comes towards me, literally just like, you know how in movies when like people walk forwards and it just like bubbles around them?
Mhm.
It's probably just like a reaching out with her right bandaged hand and just going.
Okay. It happens, but what you say times 10 as a huge amount of magic is expelled in your cast. So who's near each other right now? I know Ryan and Miggs' characters are near each other. I assume Riz and Santos are near each other.
Yep.
And Zine, are you near anyone right now?
I think she's just leaving Ryan and Mix's character, so she's probably like
She was flying
50
up.
feet
Okay, so you're
above
right there.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll say a
Probably
little bit of
30
time has
feet.
passed. So you're away, and then yeah, actually, here's what we'll do. We'll do this in 3 groups. So first group, Zine and Mirandia. You guys you'd flied away. You've begun to fight in the battle. You notice these shards coming down, and another thing you notice is a little halfling, as strong as can be, but not stronger than the stage that has fallen on top of them. The other strongman is there trying to lift them up. What are you guys gonna? Do you guys want to help, or do you want to continue with the battle?
Miranda's immediately gonna run and help.
I'm gonna run to help too.
Okay, so what would you like to do? How are you gonna help?
Is Miranda still in her rage?
Oh.
Sure.
Then yeah, she's just gonna immediately try to grab some of the rubble and help push it off.
Okay, make an athletics check. Xena, how are you gonna help?
When she saw the guy stuck, she
Little halfling.
she just looks at him, and like her eyes go really wide, and she starts like spinning what looks like kind of like a web, and like a kind of a vortex opens up under him. And she says, "It'll help you."
Okay. So make that
And-
check with advantage. Sorry.
So it's just if he fails the save.
No, Vortex Warp.
Yeah.
Okay, so make the check with advantage. Then, Mirandria. Little.
Yeah, that's a natural 20 for a 27 total.
20. So yeah, you pull and you lift this piece of rubble out, and the halfling gets out. The other strong person picks them up and goes, "Thank you," and then they begin to
Go,
run.
run!
And we go to Santos and Riz. As you guys are walking around, you see the Santos, the person from the game you had just played. He's sitting there, and one of these cultists is ready with a knife, and all he has to defend himself is a little cork gun. What would you like to do?
Well, that toy isn't gonna cut it. This will. I would like to aim and fire.
All right, you aim. This other person, not even knowing what you're gonna do, he lifts his knife. Roll to attack.
It's gonna be a 27.
And by lift his knife, I mean lift his stub. As you shoot him in the hand, he looks at it and then passes out, dead immediately from shock.
Running action dash. I'm running.
Alrighty, are
This is
you
bad,
following?
This is bad. This is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you're
Just keep
running,
moving.
Riz, what you know what this magic is around you. You know the implications of it.
Yeah.
As such, is there anything you're trying to do to mitigate that?
I'm just trying to stay level to Santos, and anytime I see any shards or whatever, and then throwing them, just trying to not like redirect, throw them back up.
Mm-hmm. literally throw them back up with such force that the magic in that throw eviscerates them as the magic is used up, saving countless lives. And we go on to our final two. You guys, you've tied this man up, and eventually he wakes up and just looks at you two.
Oh, hey, man, you're up.
What? No, 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 no! Has it happened
Chill
yet?
out, man. Chill out.
Has it happened yet?
Well, the sky's like raining some kind of crazy.
Ah,
You
it's
know,
beautiful.
Yeah, it's
As he
kinda
looks
wild,
and
isn't it?
sees, you also notice slowly floating down is a piece of that magical barrier coming right towards him as he looks directly into it.
No, I'm just gonna.
No,
Move out of the
please!
way.
The magic!
I'm gonna move him to the side.
No! He tries to resist. Roll athletics.
Can you help me out here, buddy?
You succeed.
This
Me?
guy's like a little. Oh, I
Try-
succeed.
If you roll, are you gonna roll a 1?
No.
Good. You succeed. So, yeah.
Hey, man,
So,
what's with the, like crazy sky stuff, right? Like
we're
that's
going.
kind of.
We're gonna go. The gods, they blocked us. They told us we couldn't go. We couldn't learn. We're gonna get our secrets. We're gonna get the secrets they held from us. Please.
He's insane.
Yeah, nah, he's
Touch the
like,
barrier.
no.
Let me travel my spirit.
I think you'll just die, buddy. Like I think that's what's gonna happen.
We all will.
Well, yeah, but like.
But when we go, we will be free in death.
I'm tired of
No,
this.
I don't.
Are you done with him?
Oh, another one.
Have at him, and I'm gonna have my fox just kind of like.
What, paw at him?
No, kill him.
As he burns to death from the fiery fox. Now, what would you? So now, you guys, what are you guys doing now? You see people dying. You see this again. These things come around. You see it hit a couple people, and when it does, you see literally their bodies begin to burn, but not fire burn, like radiation almost.
Are there people? Is this like killing people instantly, or
And when
is
it
there,
hits
like,
them,
a chance to
essentially,
save people?
it's
Would you say?
severe burning.
Okay.
Yeesh.
Well, I'm gonna do a cheeky little. What the hell is the spell called? There's a funny little haha spell called, yeah, Aura of Vitality. I'm gonna cast that, and, basically it allows me to just heal, like, creatures 2d6 every couple of seconds. So I'm just gonna be, like, running around, like, oh, you, patch that up, patch that up, patch that up, shit like that.
Aside from the people getting hit by the sky falling, I'm assuming the cultists still running around causing mayhem too.
Yeah, basically. They're coming around causing mayhem. They jump into the shards sometimes.
Literally, literally, Data.
And I'll have my little guy, like, shooting little fire bolts at people as well. Awesome.
I'm gonna
Okay.
if I see anyone in immediate danger, I'm basically just trying to get that cultist away from that person. Just eliminating them.
Yeah. So, as this is all happening, one thing eventually you notice is that that army that had come out from the palace eventually reaches the people and begins to work its way through the crowd. Good news, the army is swiftly taking care of the cultists, and their numbers have dwindled to very little. Bad news is as you are trying to run, as you're trying to hide, as you're trying to fight, a lot of people are still dying to this tear in the sky. You see a man in golden armor, golden, black, and gold armor, with a shield coming with his men, yell out, "If there are any who are able, make their way from the palace to stop this!" as you see, he's injured. Radiation has burned through his extremely powerful armor and has reached his arm. He can't swing his sword arm. As you look up at this point, as the moment he says the palace, you see another explosion. The palace collapses. You see the cathedral nearby collapse. You, from the base of this city, which ramps upwards as you go, the top of this city, the buildings on it, have begun to collapse. Yet the sky continues to crack, break, crumble, shatter, and continues to grow as more and more radiation begins to peer down. You flying in the air see this. Eventually, you land a little bit outside this chaos. That would be you, Clover and Cyril. What would everyone like to do right now?
Get the fuck out.
First, what's happening? What is this?
It's on a huge scale. Huge scale.
As you are talking, this is where the rest of the party, if you guys are who's trying to make it out of the city right now?
At this point, I'm making my way out. I look at what is it, Varys?
I'm just asking who's trying to make the way out of the city. I need a survey here.
Yeah, I'm making my way out of the city with
Anyone else?
Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to, stop
Okay.
the incoming apocalypse. It's time to get a leg on.
Tia's just going around to every member of her troop that she can find and just telling them that they can just meet outside the city and just book it and run.
Okay. Well, you continue to run outside the city. You all eventually make it out of the city. Some of you easier paths than others. Some of you coming into more contact with this magic. But tedium aside, you eventually make it out of the city. And you and many of the refugees of Ravelon begin their long walk out. Let's change the music up. I did not need Steam to open. You begin your long walk out and the long road away. You look behind you. The shattered sky above the city grows ever so slightly every second that it is allowed to do so. So now that everything's calm, now that you guys are walking along together, who's with who? Have you went and found other people? Are you walking alone? What are you doing as you begin the long walk out and away from this disaster?
At the moment, I'm alone because I saw Varys doing his thing, trying to heal, and it's like, I get you're doing what you got to do, but my life's my own, and I just dipped. So I'm alone at the moment.
I would have left as well. I'd have tried to find anybody who looked capable, who looked like, they were holding their own.
All right, we'll get back to you then. What about our two sneaky boys? What are y'all doing?
The moment that Clover lands, and Cyril's just gonna sit down, like grab his arm that got sort of, let's be honest, it got crushed by that rock. Just grab it and sort of start to like bandage it.
This isn't gonna do much, but here, and I like pull out a sprig and kind of like pop off 10 little berries, and they all land on your hand.
I consume the good berries that I am assuming.
Yeah.
I am full for 10 goddamn days.
10 meals?
10
Just ate
years.
10 days worth of fucking
Almost
food.
immediately have to throw up. But you retain enough sustenance to regain those.
What is the healing of good berry?
It's 1 HP per, so it's 10 total.
10.
Take 9, you get 1 HP of throw up damage.
And she's like, Clover's like, this is not our usual quarry. And I'm gonna like look up to see if I can find any like birds in the area.
None so far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
If there were birds, they have ran.
Yeah.
Flown away from this disaster.
Clover is gonna look for any kind of like wildlife that might be around, and try to cast speak with animals, and get them to send a message.
Make a survival check.
Shit. Survival. That's a 16.
16. Unfortunately, like I said, they're either hiding or they've scattered.
Yeah.
There's not really any animals just hanging about.
Yeah. I'll have to send a message back tomorrow.
What you do find is a group of people who've made their way out of the city walk past you, and a guardsman invites you to join them on the walk. He says they're going to Ravenloft.
Nods. Looks over to Cyril.
Okay.
You know,
You join up. Alrighty. Anyone else walking with people?
Zine definitely was in the same area as Varys, like going around healing people, sparing the dying, so probably walking the same pace with him.
Yeah, I notice. I'm like, hey, bug lady, how's it going?
Yes. Bug?
Oh, sorry. Is that not like?
I
Is that not cool?
you
Is it,
know,
like-
I've been getting that a lot since I got here. I'm an Elvid. It's like a play on words of like mantid and elf, whatever. I'm a bug person, yes.
What's your name?
Zine
Ian. Cool.
with an X. 'Cause I'm special.
You see Varys
Alright.
like buffer for a moment, trying to figure out where the X goes.
At the end,
Ooh.
obviously.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. You see him start to like roll up because he's a little stressed out with the whole skies falling thing.
Oh, what's that?
He offers you some. He's like, grow it myself.
Oh my god. This man grows his own fucking weed.
Ryan, please tell me that you have an awakened shrub, and you know what that shrub is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we could
could
say I
play
have
with
an awakened shrub like back at home, and it tends to my garden.
It's no. You know what type of shrub
magical. It's a magical pot plant that tends
a
to my
wolf shrub.
non-magical pot.
It's a wolf. Get the fuck out.
It's a wolf shrub, guys.
I hate it here.
Oh my god, Ravenna has a awakened shrub. I forgot.
Yeah.
Cicero does too.
Cicero does too. Help him find his sour.
But yeah, you see him. You see he was as he was like kind of running. He was like looking in his bag and like he had moved his backpack to in front of him, and then he like had moved it back to his back, kind of readjusted it. It's like yeah,
eventually, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Eventually, as you guys are walking, again with this group of people, you guys come to the head of it, where they have begun to make camp. They're still in sight of the city, but it looks like you're far enough away that the shattering sky won't reach you anytime soon. So people have begun to set up camp, things like that. Water's being distributed, what little that is had. Same with food, medicine as well. You see people with burn marks across their entire body, some dead, some just barely clinging to life. Eventually, sorry.
I was just saying I'm gonna go around and heal who I can.
I'll spare the dying.
Some you are able to work, some your magic does not work on. This is, again, the magic that did this has only been seen once before, and with that it destroyed half the continent.
Spare the dying is unfortunately
History
not
check
spare
for
the
anyone
dead.
who wants to know that one.
History
like
check,
half-
did you say?
Half dead burning, and I'm like,
I will do a history check, absolutely. 26.
This when Weyril was destroyed, and the Nameless One came into the world, he brought with him the barrier between astral and material. When it happened, it did something similar to this, but not only this, it just melted half the continent and magically made it disappear. Elverell, the city, was destroyed, and the shattered and the starstruck sea is now where Elverell lies. And the same or something similar is now happening over Ravalon. So, as you guys begin to make camp, heal, things like that, you see guardsmen come around, and essentially guardsmen go up to...
What was that?
Who was that?
Echo.
It was Echo. That's fine.
Who will die?
What?
Okay. So eventually the guardsmen come around and they ask for people who have able-bodied your mind who would be willing to help with this. We'll start with Zine and anyone you're with.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
Will you help us, please?
Well, I just said, yeah, man.
All right. Make your way to the center tent in the camp. I must continue to find more.
Yeah.
Okay.
He continues to walk around. He comes to you, Mirandia. As you go and you find the few members of your troop that made it out. Unfortunately, it seems the two strongmen and only a couple. There's two strongmen. The person with a cork gun. They are the only two from your guild to have made it out of the city that you can find.
Yeah, she's just kind of making sure they're comfortable, asking if they need anything, just trying to help them grieve, because a lot of them, she knows, were very close in the troop.
Yeah. A guardsman walks to you and says, we're looking for able-bodied individuals, one who can help, people who can help. Is any volunteers?
I can lend a hand if needed.
Make your way to the center tent, please. Thank you. Clover and Cyril. How is it pronounced?
Cyril.
Cyril. A guardsman walks up to you two and says, we're looking for able-bodied individuals to help fight this. Are you willing?
Aye, we have information.
Sorry?
I said, aye, we have information.
Good, please make your way to the center tent. We can use any information we can get. It continues up to you, Stig.
He turns around and is like, fine.
Thank you. And then lastly, it goes to you, Riz, and Santos. Please, we're looking for people able-bodied in mind who might be able to help us with this.
People need help.
I can try.
Thank you. Center tent, please. And he goes and he continues on. Eventually, yes.
So I just want to say before he leaves, like after he leaves, I'm just gonna go. You go on ahead. Okay. Santos.
Oh, darling. Don't stay too long.
I'll be a minute.
And make my way.
Okay,
I'm
Riz.
gonna call my mother and go and just give her like a very quick report on what's happening. So hang on, 25 words sending. It was Ravalon, right? The city?
Yeah, the city is Ravalon.
Hi, Mama. I'm doing okay. I promise. But there's a big emergency. It's like in my history lessons.
7 words left.
Yeah. the barrier has been broken. I love you. And then I'm gonna head off.
I'm sorry to do this to you.
That was 24.
That was not the issue.
Oh.
This is I'm sorry for this response. Okay, honey, just make sure you use protection.
I thought you were gonna say ascending fails or some shit. No,
That's what I
Oh
thought
my
was about to happen.
No,
you prankster.
no,
You
that's the
goon.
response you get.
The most
come
baller
on.
response.
What?
Get sent.
Means like protection from good and evil. That's what it means.
She'll find out soon. And I'm gonna go back and join people.
Yeah,
What
that's
history lessons was she taught where that is the response?
That's what I'm thinking.
Wouldn't you
Who's her
like to
mom?
know,
Ruby of the
weather
Sea?
boy?
What's going on here?
right.
Wouldn't you like to
I
know,
don't
other
know.
boy?
We'll find out.
I would
and-
like to know, and I am Weather Boy.
Hello, other boy.
So you guys, do you make your way to the center now after that? Well, amazing 25, 24 words.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, unfortunately, sending is a fickle beast, and sorry. So you make your way to the center, and make your way to the center tent, and after a few minutes of waiting, you look around. You see some people you recognize actually from the ensuing battle and festival. Anyone want to say anything to each other while they're here?
Randa is like lightly kind of grieving because she just lost like her entire circus. So she's just kind of off to the side by herself.
Let's
Again,
see, I'm
there's-
just grabbing something real quick. You can keep going. I'm still listening.
Okay. Sagander's off to the side using Ascending Stone and speaking in Elvish into the Sending Stone.
Clover kind of like unintentionally stealthy kind of appears behind what's your name? Santos. Is like, fancy meeting you here.
Ain't it just?
Varys is gonna walk up with Zine in tow, walk up to Stigander, totally oblivious to the fact that he's on the phone.
I see you, and I just have my hand up.
Fucking Karen.
And then
he waves back. He's like, "Hey, man."
and then I put the stone away. Hello.
Have you ever just looked at your hands? Just like look at them.
Yes, I look at the bruising every time.
Nah, but like, they get it.
What?
Hands you some if you would like.
I won't have it now, but maybe I'll have it another time. And I just pocket the weed.
What's in there?
Oh my joint. Pulls out a second one.
Adding it to my inventory of Varys' homemade weed.
And that is how the
Varys'
druid
joy.
became the party's dealer.
Apparently.
There's a reason Varys is loaded. He doesn't spend money on anything.
That's the way. That's the way of the world, you
This is
know?
the way.
Yep.
Ain't that just the way?
Catcha, show me the way.
We're gonna make an appointment, and we're gonna be like, "Hey, man, we gotta be at this place at 4. You're gonna show up the next day at 1." In a typical dealer fashion.
3 days, 3 business
No.
days later.
Varys is the good kind of dealer.
A rarity.
Yeah.
A commodity, not squandered easily.
But he'll kind of look around and be like, "So you guys good? Everyone okay?" Kind of looking at everybody.
Well, and I
Anyone
like
hurt?
look over at Cyril, who's got like a broken arm.
Yo, come here, man.
He walks over.
You're like, I got you, buddy. And he'll like hand you a joint. And then he'll also, do you take it?
Yeah, he takes
Yeah.
it and he goes.
He'll
He
hand
looks
you-
at it. Oh, thank God.
And then he
Prestidigitate a little
comes
flame.
out, and then he pulls out his little like staff with the sickle, and he'll be like, I got you. And he'll cast Cure Wounds on you at 2nd level.
Pog.
Now, as you're casting this spell, Ryan,
What?
you're reminded of your little friend you're carrying.
No, don't worry. Hold on. So after I cast it,
Lexio, I choose you.
hold on. Let me get.
Shh.
Oh, your boy, you get. That's a. How many d8s? Yeah, 2d8. Okay, so 21 healing,
Oh,
Oh,
full healing, plus. Hold on.
Oh,
Plus an
fucking
extra
wildfire.
D4, no, plus an extra D4 because of my sickle.
oh, moonsicle.
Yep. So plus an extra 3.
24
I am back
gamer.
to full.
And then he'll be like, "I got you." What's that?
Thank
You
you.
done? All right, yeah, man. And you see, he reaches into his bag and pulls out a magical sphere. And he speaks an arcane word over it.
No.
And
Oh, fucking
Renee,
Christ.
describe your character.
I hate it here.
My God.
What?
Renee's
So?
character, I choose you.
The party sees like this 3-foot tall pile of goop.
That's
They just kind of like, yeah, there's like a little mountain of goop. They've got like 2 arms. Yeah. And they
This
just
is
kinda
my
go-
son.
They just go, "Hi everyone, I'm Wax Seal."
What the
We're sorry.
fuck is-
Sorry. This is my daughter. Wait, what was it again? This is my kid.
You're doing great, Dad. You're doing great.
What the fuck am I looking at?
I just told you, it's my kid.
That's a slime.
That looks like-
No, it's
You must be
Waxy.
such a proud father.
I am. They just finished their homework, so they were
I
allowed
did.
to come out.
I go to the
Yeah.
other side of the room, wherever Mirandia is.
As
did my
this is
homework.
happening,
Yeah, you missed like the apocalypse, dude. It was crazy.
It's a little
Oh,
too
man.
soon.
as this is happening, a person walks into the tent. Specifically, you see a drow wearing noble clothes. He walks in, looks around the room, and says, "So you're the volunteers?"
I assume so.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm a
Ravelon
volunteer.
thanks you for your volunteering. We always are the. We always love adventurers, and well, now we call upon you to help us. You see, this apocalypse it needs to end, and we would like to, if you would continue to, if you. I'm sorry, it has been a long night. We want to send a mission back up there and see if we can put a stop to this. Would you like to go? Would you volunteer?
Might I ask, who might you be?
Oh, I am Minister Elethia.
Yes, I thought as much. We spoke earlier.
Oh yes, through yes, I sent you some letters, of course. You are from the troop, the one putting on the festival, correct?
Yes, were, now that they are all dead. I'm sorry, I must ask, did you have any inkling that something like this would happen? It can't have possibly have been from nowhere.
Well, we did not see it coming, no. But we would like to put a stop to it. couple of my spies escaped, and they said it was the work of some. They couldn't even describe the magic that was going on up there. If we had more information, that would help, but we don't. We don't have much more. This is why we're asking for volunteers.
And this is what you want us, whoever here in this room agrees, to find.
I kind of like nudge Cyril.
About
We saw the orb. We saw the contraption.
Do you know what caused this then?
We do not.
They awoke. They like turned on a magic orb. And it caused all that. It all happened very fast, but it was like a black hole.
Like a black hole. Like
Iron bands were spinning quite rapidly. Seemed to be sucking and spitting out everything.
anyone can make an
Near.
Arcana check to try and identify what this might be.
Yep.
Do I need to?
That's beyond my
Something
purview. I'm not even
I've
bother.
seen
Hey, you go for
before.
more specifics. You're making it separate Arcana check.
13.
Well, let's do it.
Dirty
A
20.
14.
9.
What'd you roll, Riz?
11 on the dice for 21.
Okay. So, anyone who rolled above a 20 besides Riz, because Riz already knows this sounds like gravity magic, which is a very small school of magic, mostly because it has a tendency to tear the user and everything around it apart, which, checks. Riz, on the other hand, you recognize what this thing might be, how the item might work. Essentially, you hypothesize very quickly that the bands that if this is a black hole held together by bands, is a field around it, and that you can dispel that field, and when that happens, the effect will stop.
I will quietly speak up and go, well, this is based on a hypothesis and not much else, but, you said it was bands floating around this thing?
Clover nods.
I possibly might be able to do something about that.
Well, what would you do?
Entirely hypothetically, gravity magic was expressly forbidden by the Archsage.
Let's see, the Archsage of where?
Of Glindelis.
Oh. Fortunately, we're not there. Otherwise, we might have
She-
avoided this mess.
Used her influence to try and get it banned across the lands as a whole, but someone slipped, so if I dispelled the rings around the band, it would cause it to stop.
Okay.
I think.
Do you have this? Are you a wizard? An artificer? A wizard?
I've been studying magic my entire life.
Do you have the spell to be able to dispel this? Okay.
Yes.
Then, please, will you escort them up through the city and help them dispel this orb? Looking to the rest of you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Again, just shrugs.
If my dad's in, I'm in.
Yeah, let's go save the
I'm
world.
gonna throw my
man.
head through a wall.
It'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Alright, please. Get going. We don't want this to continue much longer. Then he sits down on a chair and just clutches his head. You will be rewarded when you return.
Oh, cool.
All right, let's go.
Alrighty. So you guys gonna
Alright.
sit out?
But real quick, before
Yeah.
we leave, Mirandia is gonna stay in the tent a second longer,
Okay.
and she's gonna like kind of lean over Minister Ilithel and say, if I am to aid, and even if I were not to be, I will be paid for each member of the troop that I have lost in order to send money back to their families. Do you understand? And that is the least of it. You are lucky if I do not kill you and everybody else who was in charge of this city for letting this happen. Am I understood?
I do apologize for the events that have happened today. Any threats made to the city or its leadership would be responded to with utmost severity. But luckily, you're not making those threats, as we will pay as custom for those who have fallen.
Good.
Good. Leave this tent.
I would like to
Yes.
take a moment to speak to Reese,
Mhm.
if that's all right.
All right. You take a moment to steal a moment to speak to Riz.
You okay?
Fine. This is bad. This is really bad.
It is, but it's brave of you in there, speaking up like that.
Thank
Should
you.
be commended. We'll get through this. We always do.
Says the moth.
The moth, yeah. That's all.
Alrighty.
Any
begin
less
your
scared than
journey.
me.
Back up to the city. Now, do any of you have a plan to deal with the magical falling shards of sky?
Dodge.
Dodge?
If people stay close by me, I can deal with these too.
Okay. So, yes. Anyone bring an umbrella?
Thought I did.
Okay.
Nice.
So you begin to walk forward. As you figured out, Riz, by the way, basically the way to get rid of these things is cast a spell into them, and the spell will go up and use up the magic.
Well, in that case, can I just be blasting?
Yeah, you can blast some
Yeah, I
cantrips
will
up.
Cool.
get that
Oh,
to everyone.
cantrips work? I'm gonna
Yeah,
do that.
cantrips work. Yep, prestidigitation, all that. So
I
you
are
guys walk
waxing
in, you
to
begin to
some good
burn off
target
the magic.
practice.
Anyone here a cleric?
I have a healer's kit that I would be willing to expend.
It's not what I asked.
Cleric
No, it is not what you
adjacent.
asked. It's what I have.
Okay,
It's
love it.
best I got.
So then, no info on that one. Oh wait, you're no who? Okay,
Are you a
so
cleric? I have a
Cleric
healer's kit,
adjacent.
and I went to church once.
I'll give it to cleric adjacent. You notice as you walk through that this is magical radiation. It is something that divine magic sometimes uses, such as sicking radiance, things like that. As such, you know the more time you spend in the city, the worse it is going to be. So, you guys enter into the city. It's barren and lifeless, which is good because there's nothing in your way. So what are you gonna do? Just start walking down the main road?
If possible,
Yeah.
I would like to scale the side of a building, try to follow along from high ground.
Okay, the buildings are sometimes close together, sometimes not. So after
In that case, never mind. In that
yeah,
case, never mind.
it's hit or miss.
If I see him going, I'll just go. This should help, and I will. Half.
Half?
Half.
Half. Okay.
Yeah.
Half?
Half.
It's between the two of them.
Yeah.
Are you on the roofs, Dana?
Now I am, yes.
Okay. So you continue to walk along the roofs, however you're doing that. And most everyone else is on the floor, on the ground. Clover, you, what are you doing?
Clover is definitely kind of like taking an aerial view, kind of scouting to make sure things are clear.
Yeah, I'll just walk on a flank, hand on my blade ready to draw.
Zine's doing some aerial scouting as well.
What is
Yeah,
this 18
okay.
we got going, bro?
We really do.
you
Avengers
begin-
assemble.
Yeah. You walk through the city, and what you see is utter devastation. Houses that were hit by these shattered shards of sky that have come down. Where it hit, it is turned ethereal and blue, and the structures are like wisping and turning into magic as they float towards the sky. The pulses go back and forth, and as when that happens, more of the shattered sky begins to fall, but the one above you has, for the most part, been completely bare open. As you look up and you see the astral sea itself, you see magic incarnate flowing around the world, as it normally is gate kept behind it, but now it is pure and visible. In fact, let's pick a number 1 through 1 to 30.
15.
23.
14.
15. In fact, you see a warm, glowing sphere far off in the astral sea. Anyone here would like to make a religion check?
Blacktail just goes, Dad, look, the sun!
Sure.
I think I'll make a religion check
12.
if my kid is interested.
17.
Nope, natural one.
17.
19.
To you, it's a big ball of cheese.
19.
Tries his best.
It is the sun.
So what was the highest? 17?
19.
Oh, 19. That looks like a hearth, the outer plane of life.
Can't fool me, man. That's the sun.
That's the sun.
Or the sun.
I'm just kind of taking note of astrological like points in the sea that I can kind of take note of.
This is beyond me and doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
You can also see a couple other ones. Like one is completely dark and shadowy. You see another one near there that just looks like a smaller version of the moon.
The devil.
Moon's haunted.
If I look
sounds-
down my scope of my rifle with it, do I notice anything up close?
Not really. You can better make out that it's a planetary body of some kind.
Okay.
You walk through the city, and eventually you make it up to where the palace once was. It's gone. All the buildings here are collapsed, and you can see the shades of magic like pulling up, stringing up into the shattered sky. And what you see after you get past the top there is you see again the bands floating around a sphere, instead not inside a building, but basically floating in rubble that is around you. Smashed ground, graveled rubble.
This.
How high up?
Oh, and not high up. It's dead even. Where you can reach it.
Okay. So, this really is only a Siri, everyone. So, and I'm gonna reach out and cast spell magic.
And as you go to reach out to cast your spell, you hear something happen behind you. You all turn to see gates open up behind you, and the two sneaky boys recognize the sorcerer from earlier, and a couple other people, and a bunch of other mages and cultists get out, and Come on.
Eyes up, bad company.
I take this one to
I
cast
see
Mage
you
Armor
here
myself.
to try and shut this down. Well, I have bad news for you. It's not going anywhere. But us, we're going up there. And they brandish their staves, their wands, their magical foci, and get ready to attack. And that is where we will pick up
No.
in next session.
No.
Because
My
Cullen
God.
needs to probably make a battle map.
No!
Yes.
Maybe.
Cullen
No.
quickly realizing that he is going to be running combat with how many players?
This is 9.
9
It's
players.
chunking, and it is an educational tool I've learned.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Why
stop
make
recording.
one